my heart is full of pain. I'm 1,000 miles away from home, just waiting for a train.
Hi, everyone.
Hey.
It's Mary.
Well, I'm not quite aboard yet, but I will be in just a little bit. I'm out here.
You know how Mary is. She makes that train wait until it's her time to get on.
Kidding.
Yeah. I tried to call Roxanne and tell her I was sorry. It's always Thursdays. Why? This is our stream, and Thursdays of all night. So I don't want to interrupt or cause the big, Mary mayhem.
Mary mayhem.
That's me. And I'll be back in just a little while. I'll catch the train. I'll jump on the caboose in just about
Jump
20
on
minutes.
the caboose. That's right.
I gotta feed these 2,000. No, there's about 100 feral cats out here.
Oh my God.
Flashlight, flashed it on that field. I don't know, y'all can't see them, but there's like kitty. There's eyes everywhere. The eyes are on me.
Kitties everywhere. You're oppressed by cats. Hi, kitties.
I see them.
I see them.
They're starting to circle.
Oh my God.
Oh,
you're oppressed by cats.
This guy showed up the other day. I don't know if you've seen him or not, but they're running everywhere. But he stopped yesterday and he was homeless, or the day before he was homeless and walking down the road. He just wanted some water. And he sat down out here on the porch and he said, I think he was little, and he was kind of out here. And he said, wow, there's cats staring at me.
There's cats everywhere.
Like they're waiting for you to fall asleep.
Yeah, exactly. They figured out that I'm going to feed them now, and they're very smart. I don't know if you can see them like this.
They are smart.
But
I feed outdoor cats too. I'm oppressed by them. Uh-oh, look who's there. Coming in hot.
Coming in hot.
She came in smoking hot.
Woo!
Hot smells galore.
Woo! Love it.
Better get me off the screen. Hello, baby. Come on. Give me a little darling. Come here. Come on, little baby. Oh, they're cute. I kind of
take a bite out your finger.
Yeah.
So many kitties. So many friends.
I put out a community post a couple of weeks ago, seeing if anybody would like to donate or help or anything, because there's a lot of cats out here. And Everybody was like, stop feeding them and you won't have no more. And I'm like, okay, fine. So I took it down. I don't care. But I did get a hold of the neighbor that did own the place over there and told him about the cats. And he said, oh, my sister left them there. And of course, they've multiplied like gremlins. So,
Well, of course.
so he has gone in with his, big, big bag of food. So we're getting it done. But anyway, I'll let y'all go so you can get the show going. And choo-choo, I'll be back in a little bit. Love you.
Bye, Mary. Love you.
Bye.
Feed those shoes.
Oh, she really went.
She really went. Well, as some of you might have noticed, I am not Roxanne. I'm not. You get me tonight. I'm going to drive the train tonight. So
Kelley come in hot.
I come in hot.
Steaming hot.
It's going to be an extra train wreck tonight because you got me driving. Choo-choo. So I'm happy to see everyone here, and we're going to have a good time. And I guess, Didi, you want to tell everyone what you've been up to lately?
Well, I'm going to tell you what. I've been working my butt off in here. Of course, I've gotten into the shrimp thing and the plant thing and the fish thing.
All the things.
It's a thing. Well, I didn't like my shrimp being in those little 2.5 gallon tanks. So I got me another rack, put me some 10 gallons up, which meant I had to tear down this triple stand I had with 3 10 gallons. But that was the bench seat that I love so good. My first cool creation. But it tied up 6 feet of floor space.
It had to go.
3 10 gallon tanks. That was all it was.
The fin den is only so big. You got to maximize the space.
I had to do it because now I need another plant tank.
Of course.
The 55 is outside because I got the 60. But it's like, I hate to leave that 55 out and not really use it. So now it's going to come in as a plant tank, but I had to put it where the 3 10s were. So, it's just always moving. I had to run had to extend my linear system, which I never did make a loop. So I looped that today, finished that off, and I had to run my auto water top off to that rack over there. And I've got that ready to hook to the wall.
Auto top off. Whoa.
It's not auto, but it's like I turn it on.
Yeah. Oh,
and I can feel 7 or 8, 10, 12, whatever, 15 tanks at the same time. So, especially the little shrimp tanks, I can, because, I've got them on little drippers. It takes a while, but you can do other stuff and not worry about, spilling so much. Not
I'm
that
just
you can't with that.
I'm moving in.
Yeah. Hey.
Sleep in the fin den.
So now it's like, okay, this whole place is tore up from the floor up. And I decided to get in that 125 in Edward Scissorhands, the Vallisneria. So, you chop it and fling it, chop it and fling it, chop it and fling it. And some of it hits the bucket, some of it doesn't.
It doesn't. But you'll just grow more. That's how Vallisneria goes.
I have to trim that about every 2.5 weeks. This much.
I get that.
It's amazing.
That's why I don't grow Vallisneria anymore. I can't handle it.
I love it. It's worth it to me. I just like the look of the reeds.
Doing work for me.
Especially with the dojo loaches in there.
Oh, they love it. They love to play in it.
So it's worth that extra work to me. And but if I let it get too heavy on the top, I will end up with that cyanobacteria.
Oh yeah.
Because I don't have enough flow.
Oh yeah.
So I have to keep it trimmed, or else it will start that.
Right. And hot tip for everyone in chat, you have cyanobacteria because it's the only algae that stinks.
Yes.
It smells like a stagnant pond, and you can get rid of it. Well, the best way to get rid of it is to treat the cause, which is an imbalance in your tank, probably lack of flow. But you can also cheat and just treat it with antibiotics. So like Maricin 2, clear it right up. So it's bacteria, actually. It's cyanobacteria.
Yep.
So Vibes is lurking because he's taking his annual shower.
Oh, well, he took an annual shower the other day, so just get out. He's always using an excuse to get in the shower. Well, hey, Catfish Terry.
Hey,
Well,
Terry.
and he always does it while we're on stream.
Well,
What's
then.
going on with you, Vibes? You're supposed to be here. You know what time it is.
So I would like to say hi to everyone, but I don't know how to do that. Like, you get what you get, people. I am not an experienced train conductor. So blanket hi to everyone. I'm glad you're here. And Didi, she's got exciting things going on in her tanks. So anything else going on?
I did do my little terrarium jar. Of course, we didn't have
already
that
did
stream
it.
yet. But look at my little terrarium that I've done with my lizards.
Oh, your lizards. That's so nice. Oh, I like that quite a bit. Your little lizards you just found outside.
Yep.
Wow. Free pets are the best pets.
There's a Christmas tree. It's not up yet. I needed the space where the tree was stored to move that old cabinet so I could put that strip stand up. So now I've got to figure out what the heck to do with a Christmas tree for a month.
So I think that this year we'll be able to have a full Christmas tree. Last year we had Tiny Kitty and she was a kitten. No, kittens and Christmas trees don't mix. She would climb in the Christmas tree. So we had one with no ornaments and she would just climb up it. She would be the ornament. She really enjoyed that. This year, I don't know. She might still climb in it. We'll have to see. We'll have to put it up and test it, see what she does. But cats, man, cats, just too many cats. So.
Well, I love the idea of when you get a new kitten for around Christmas time and they go up there and they mess up the whole bottom of the tree. That's fine. You just keep picking them up and moving them out the way.
She would climb all the way up to the top of it. She was thorough. Yeah. So we could not put any ornaments on it. And I mean, the Christmas tree is more of Jake's thing. He's very into Christmas.
Oh, I love doing Christmas now.
You're a good decorator. I mean, you need to put a Christmas tree in your tanks because you had your Halloween decor. So we need Christmas decor.
I might not. I'll do something in there because Chattanooga Ed's got me inspired to do some sort of little stuffs.
I know that Ed. He's quite the decorator.
Yeah, anything.
He is. I'm not a good decorator. That's just I'm not good at it. So yeah. So you've got your terrarium you've got going. You've got your shrimp rack you've got going. I mean, you've got a lot going.
Yeah, it's a lot of work now. And I can't hang out in the streams like I used to.
You're too busy. You've got too much to do. It's like a full-time job.
Yeah, it's a lot now. And of course, I've been moving stuff. And so that takes up extra time. So once everything gets settled and set up and everything, it'll get better. But right now, you got to move one thing to move another thing. And, it just snowballs. And then you get behind on your water change. So tomorrow's my Wednesday water change. Tomorrow.
Yeah. Tomorrow is not Wednesday, turns out. So
instead of Fabulous Friday, it's Wet Wednesday.
There you go.
But speaking of tomorrow's Veterans Day. So happy Veterans Day to all
Veterans Day to all our veterans. We have so many veterans in the Fish fam.
Yes, we do.
Veterans Day to you all.
Thank you for your service.
Yeah. Some companies I work with have the day off, but not all of them. So I'll be working tomorrow. So, and I cannot have as many tanks as you, Didi, because I have a full-time job. So
yeah, that's true. You can't in work.
I can't.
This is a job.
This is a job. So that's right. But for me, I'm good. I've got 3, and I'm going to be doing my terrariums. Hopefully, we'll be having on What Your Plants. We'll be having our terrarium streams very soon, so we can teach people how to do terrariums, and I can learn more on how to do terrariums. But I've gone crazy buying terrarium plants. I'm out of control. I have a problem. I have a problem. I've been sending Roxanne the pictures of plants I've been buying, and she must think I'm nuts because I keep buying more terrarium plants. She's like, how many terrariums are you going to do?
Yeah, because it's so easy. You see it as, oh, I want that in there. Ooh, I want
I
that in there.
know.
And they can't all go in there.
No, they can't. It's just a 2-gallon jar. I am doing at least 4 jars.
Oh,
Because I'm giving them away as gifts. So maybe
nice.
some more than that. Who knows? Lady Rorschach says, I swear that fat kitty looks just like my big Danny boy. Oh, I love yellow kitties. They're the best. They're my favorite kitties.
My first cat was a yellow kitty. He wandered up in our yard, and we had him for like 7 or 8 years. There was a tomcat too. Back then, people didn't spay and all that, and he certainly didn't come in the house. He was a yard cat, but he'd go out tomcat and come back beat up, but he would always come back.
Yeah, he had to conduct his cat business. So.
Yeah, he had ladies to go see.
Of course, yeah. No, Fat Kitty came to us actually in already a fixed state. He was already made into a community cat, so he had the ear tip.
Okay.
Yeah, but he did not want to live outside. He was just whiny and just begging someone to feed him and take him in. And I opened the door and just walked right in. And that was that. M&C says he wants to try a paludarium soon. I agree with you.
Me too.
Yeah, we were at Aquashella and we saw some really cool paludariums. And Jake said that he really wants one. So, I mean, maybe we're just going to have to do it. The only thing is I need one that's kind of enclosed because cats. It's damn cat.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Yeah. So, I mean, that's why I have lids on all my tanks. So, I don't know. Got to think about how to do that. But I do want a paludarium.
But on a paludarium, doesn't it grow out and beyond the top of it?
Yeah. I mean, and you can see.
Or does that mean it has part like a water basin?
You can see I grow a lot of plants out the top of my tank, but this one would have like a land area and a water area.
Okay.
So like a really defined one. So I'm afraid that because it would be open topped, some dumb cat would jump in it. Some dumb cat.
And take a pootie right in the middle of all your plants.
Well, Fat Kitty, if left to his own devices, will shred every houseplant. So all these terrarium plants I have are enclosed in the jars. Yeah. Geek Boy says Aqua Rocks, Colorado has some really cool glass rimless paludariums on sale right now. I know. Yeah. And I went there last summer. Bex and I went together. It's a super cool place. And I'll buy one. I mean, they're on sale. Those are really cool.
I'm trying to stop for right now. It's like, I spent so much money this past year. It's like,
stop. You're going to spend all your retirement money.
Oh, no. I only have whatever comes in my check each month.
That's right. You got to stop.
Yeah. But I have bought a lot, really, in a short amount of time.
I know how that goes. You got to try to enjoy what you have.
But when you buy like Carradina shrimp, 10 of them you got $80 to $100 in it.
Well, that's true.
It's just 10 little teeny tiny shrimp that you can put in a bottle cap.
I know. You have expensive taste in shrimp.
I have more expensive taste. I can't buy them.
I know how that goes. You have diamond.
I have to buy the beer shrimp. No champagne.
I know. Well, we should do the shipping report. So okay. I am here with my official duty as tonight's train conductor is to do Foxanne's shipping report. So Dum, 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 dum. So first of all, we would like to thank Vibes for being on the Hot Mess Express last week. Of course, he's showering, so does he even hear us saying thank you? No.
Oh, he's listening. Yeah, I bet he
We're
is.
surprised. Yeah, we're surprised you got 4 questions in, Vibes. So, shipping reports for both weeks of November 10th and November 3rd were 100%. So, everyone arrived alive. Last week, there was some drama, however. The Postal Service lost a package that was on the way to Alex's house, but all the babies made it safe and sound. So, good news there. So make sure your notification is on because Skipper is having his auction and there will be fishies on it. So if mods could maybe drop a link to to Skipper so you can all make sure you're subscribed to Skipper's channel. So some of the cool things that Foxie will have are some exclusive Blue Daisies rice fish, which those are so cool. Apparently, they look like baby Bosemani rainbow fish. So you probably want those. And the last of Yoko and Benedict's Corridors Pygmea batch. So that will be on the auction. So these Daisy's rice fish, they have a cool story. So this lineage was originally bred by Dan's Fish back in the day, and then they went to Pam, so Punchy Paints, and then they went to Jessie, HC Aqua over in Hawaii, and then they came back here to Foxanne and Peplin's fish room where they're being bred. So lots of babies. So you don't want to miss out on that. So that'll be in Skipper's auction. So there will be a giveaway on the auction. So make sure you tune in. Another cool thing is there is an unboxing video this week that Foxanne released. And she announced her new partnership with KJE Aquatics. So
wow.
a Fish Fam member. And so Keith has given them some cool samples of botanicals and fish food. And those will be placed in all orders made through the Get Gills site. So
Nice.
there will be Jungle Mix Botanicals, Legit Brand Fish Food, Ag Core Food, and Dr. Basilier's Food. So lots of choices. So you'll get a sample if you order through Get Gills. And you can also, if you like it, if you try it and you like it, you can order it from Keith, KJE Aquatics. So that's a very exciting partnership right there. And we want to remind you that this is the very last weekend in the shipping season for Pebbling Creek Aquatics and Foxie's Fishes. It's getting cold in Wisconsin, guys. It's getting cold in Indiana. Fishy's got to stay warm, so there will not be any shipping after that. The store will close on Sunday at 9 a.m. Central. So swim on over and get your fishies before Old Man Winter sets in. So Roxanne reminds you to use the code FOXIE10 to save 10% off your total purchase. So make sure you get your 10% off. Make sure you get your orders in. And make sure you tune in to Skipper. So I think that covers the shipping report. So pretty exciting news there.
That was nice, yes.
Yeah.
And congratulations on the new partnership.
I know. I'm pretty excited to see what kind of, the unboxing had some really cool stuff in it. So some cool botanicals. I've never used botanicals in any of my tanks. What am I waiting for? I should try it.
I love the using those.
Do you? The shrimp probably really like it. I should try it.
I have gumballs here, the little sticky round balls. I don't know. Call them. And so I collect them as soon as they fall off the tree. And I'll put them in a fish tank to get all the ooey gooey good stuff from the bottom. Let them sit in there for about a month, and then I pull them out and put one here and there in a shrimp tank, and they just eat off that thing for 2 or 3 days straight. Wow. I love it.
I should try it. I've never tried it, What am I waiting for? They're
Now, I
all
did buy a
over
bag of
here.
those little alder cones, but they're so small where the
Mm.
gumball's a whole lot bigger. So,
Yeah. Yeah,
yeah.
we don't have the sycamore balls up here. Well, we have sycamores, but not the same species you do. So,
Yeah.
but
So
yeah,
I'll start collecting them.
I should try it. What am I waiting for? So, yeah. So let's see what's going on in chat.
I did forget to mention one thing.
Oh, you did?
I got a box in this week from Myrtle, and I have not done my video yet.
Oh, Myrtle sends good
He
goodies.
gifted me with some stuff that I'm scared. I don't have confidence in my abilities.
No, Didi, you've got you've got good water. You've got that RO water going. You can, and CO2. You can grow whatever you want, girl. Wow.
So I stuck them in this tank so I could keep an eye on it because it's light, nice and bright.
Yeah.
And it has CO2 too, as well. CO2 as well.
Oh, yeah.
And there's a batch of them back there.
You know, you're going to be growing so many of those weeds, you'll be sick of them.
And I got a couple batches back there.
Yeah.
And I have all the names, to add in my plant book. But do you know what this one is right here? The pinky.
It looks like, well, I can't really see it. Maybe is that a Rotala? I think
it might be because there was Rotala on the bag.
And there are a million Rotalas, and it's very hard to tell which one's which because a lot of them look the same. Like I have Rotala H raw, and I've had many Rotalas, and it's very difficult to discern which one's which. So, but they're very easy to grow as long as you have CO2. They'll grow without CO2, but with CO2, they'll grow like weeds. You won't be able to keep up on them. They don't require any special water. So yeah, those are good. They're good plants. So I actually got some plants in this week too, or maybe it was last week. See this very pink plant right here? This is an Alternanthera, and it's from All Things Fish.
Oh, Mike sent you something. This pink one right here?
Yeah, that pink one.
Cool,
so it's an Alternanthera, one I hadn't heard of before. And
what is all this?
See it. Oh, what?
What's all the green? Is that Monte Carlo? Is that your Monte Carlo or something?
No, this is hair. It's Eleucoris acicularis mini. It's the dwarf hair grass, which is one of my favorite foregrounds.
Okay.
Very low maintenance. You do need CO2. It's not picky about water. Very easy. Doesn't need a lot of trimming. I mean, I trim it a couple times a year, and it just looks great always. So that's a plant I highly recommend. So,
well, I have bought that, and I have planted it in several tanks, but it has not done really well. And that might be where I'm buying it from because I'm getting it like PetSmart, But I might need to get some.
If you have a way to get them, so I a fish store in Indianapolis is where I get a lot of plants from. They're able to get Tropica tissue cultures, and they are the best bang for the buck. They are such good quality, and they grow so well. And tissue cultures for foregrounds are it's the way to go. It's the best.
Now, doesn't Boost Plant sell Tropica also?
No, they don't. They sell UNS, and I don't know. I've been hit or miss on their tissue cultures. So at least like with these, since they have them in stock, I can look at them before I buy them. So that's
nice.
Yeah, well, actually, I'm not the one who looks at them. I put in my order and I make Jake pick them up for me because he works in Minneapolis. That's like 2.5 hours from my house. So, but it is nice to have access to that. I know some fish stores can order Tropica plants, and I just really like their tissue culture cups. They're really great quality. So
yeah, I asked my lady at the Fish Cave if she could. She took some information, and maybe she's found out something. It's been 2 weeks since I've been there. 2 whole weeks since I've been there.
2 whole weeks, Didi. What are you waiting for?
I'm telling you.
So M&C says that those gumballs are fun when hit with the mower.
Yeah, they're fun to step on them too.
Oh boy. I don't think we don't have them up here. So It's just not a thing in the north. The snow would
Yeah.
kill them. So yeah. But no, I'm super excited about terrariums. I'm excited to make them. I'm taking all week off over Thanksgiving, which I really,
Oh.
really need time off. I've been working very hard lately. And Roxanne and I are gonna have a terrarium date together. We're gonna have a date. We're gonna make terrariums. So that'll be fun. But
You
we are
cheated on me with that heifer?
You can date us. It can be a triple date.
I turned my back and Roxanne has snuck right in there.
I know.
Oh Lord, have mercy.
Oh, that Roxanne, you know how to swoop it in, take it away, your lady.
Yeah.
So yeah, I mean, I'm pretty excited about building those, and I don't think I really have any fish room. I don't really have a fish room. I have 3 tanks. Don't think I have any big fish projects really planned. I kind of just, I like to just cultivate them and watch them grow. I'm not planning on setting any up in the near future, which I know is a very strange thing to say among this group. So,
But you have that really nice new tank. And I did see you on the Seahorse Whispers channel last night.
did, because eventually it's going to be a macro algae tank.
Which I don't have a clue. I mean, I think I have microalgae in that green.
No.
Is that what I have?
So macroalgae is seaweed. It's the seaweed. Yeah,
okay.
and some of them are really pretty. They're really colorful, and
The seaweed's pretty.
yeah, it is. I went to the Bahamas last year, and I did a lot of snorkeling, like right close on the rocks, so very shallow, only like a few inches deep, and it was really inspiring seeing all the stuff that was there. So I kind of think I might want to replicate that. So, one thing at a time, but I think that might be the next big tank on the list, but it's gonna have to wait a bit because I may be buying a new house. So,
Yeah.
you don't want to.
I think that's the reason I like the Vallisneer, because it reminds me of the marsh grass. I grew up on a river.
Oh
we
yeah,
had the marsh grass up there, and it's kind of the same feel.
Yeah,
and
it is.
that's why I'm attracted to it.
Right, the seagrass. Yeah, that is really pretty. And I did. So when I was in the Bahamas, one of the coolest things was I am right by our hotel. I walked right into the sea, and I put my head in the water, and I was able to snorkel with the sea turtles and follow the sea turtle around. I followed him around for about 45 minutes. I watched him just munch on the seagrass, just munch, munch, munch. So it was a green sea turtle. It was really cool.
Now that would have been really funny if another one had come up there and just bit you right on the ass.
Just bit me right on my big caboose.
That would have been a story to tell.
Oh my God, right on my butt. So I had a wetsuit on, so it would have been protected. So yeah, but eventually I would like to do a macroalgae tank. I have been told that if you can do a planted tank, a macroalgae tank is super easy. There's no CO2. It's just like doing a planted tank with salt in it. So, and Gina is going to help me because Gina is an expert at saltwater. So eventually I will do that. And it's a beautiful 72 gallon tank that I got for participating at Aquashella in the aquascaping contest.
Yeah.
So
it's very nice. That's
super nice. Yeah, it's drilled. I don't even think they're on the market yet. It's a Fluval tank, and
I don't believe so.
It's awesome. It's really, really nice. So it's a 3 feet long, and I think it's like 22 inches deep, 22 inches front to back. So it has
Wow.
really great dimensions because I like a lot of depth, like front to back
Mhm.
dimension in a tank because it just gives you so many opportunities for escaping. So
That's why I like the 40s so good, because you have
40s
enough
are good.
room.
Yeah, this is a 40 and I do like it. I do like it. I like that depth. So, and I already aquascaped it once. I mean, I aquascaped it at that competition and
Hmm.
I like that tank. It's pretty great. So
Yeah, they
eventually,
were very sharp looking.
really good.
Now, when they first timed it, of course, I knew you were on the second cut, but did they realize they were getting the tank that they did, that
So,
somebody could bring it home?
yeah, what happened was they got in more competitors than they thought they would, but they didn't have enough stands. So they ended up having 4 of those and they let us pick our tank. And I'm like, oh, that one.
Yeah, okay.
Because I also prefer tanks with lids. I just prefer lids. I have cats. They don't behave themselves. I like lids. So, and I like to have less evaporation. So, it worked out very well. I was very, very pleased. So yeah, I mean, eventually I'll set that up, but I like to really take my time and put a lot of thought into a new tank, spread it out, savor it a little cuz I just don't have the time to maintain 50 tanks like some of y'all. It just
Well, I'm running it. I knocked some of them down, so I'm probably
yeah,
down to like 27. Of course, a lot of them are very small.
this is
They're
true,
small,
small. And that's
but
the other thing. I don't
they,
really
they
like
take as
small
much
tanks.
work as a
They
big one.
do. They do.
So,
And I don't really like small tanks. I like bigger tanks because I don't breed fish. I'm more of a plant grower, I'm more of a gardener. So I prefer bigger tanks. So yeah, just my dream someday is just to have like one giant tank. Just one. So
well,
anyways,
I don't know if I'd rather have several, which I probably would really like one whole wall of the same size tank on the same level, play
mm,
field.
yeah, that would be really cool. That
Because
would be
like
cool.
this right here is a 40 and a 60, but the 60 looks small because the stand is lower than
Right.
the 40. And it
Right.
doesn't look as tall as the 40, but I know that it is, you
Mhm.
know.
Yeah, and I have a taller stand with this 40, so my 40 and my 90 are almost at the same height, which actually looks pretty good.
Hmm.
So, but I like my tanks to be a little taller because they're you can see into them better, and I'm not short. I'm 5'10", so I can reach to the bottom of a lot of tanks. So taller is better. I do not want to bend down to maintain a tank. That's
Yeah.
I don't
Well, these are, when I built my stands, I built them so that when I'm sitting in the chair,
Oh
that
yeah.
I'm looking straight into the
Oh, that's
tank.
nice.
And that's the way I did all the ones that I built. Now, if I bought them already made, I got what I got, which is pretty close. Is because I'm short,
Well,
so
right. Yeah. I mean, you've got
you
to do
know,
what works for you and your body. I mean, but I am fairly tall, so it's not an issue for me to go a little bit taller. So, yeah, but my tanks are all in my dining room, so I'm streaming right now from my dining room table. And so it's nice when I'm eating a meal, I can look around and see the fish but eventually, if I buy a house, my goal is to get an office and have my tanks
uh,
all in my office and have water in there because if you think about it, I spend so many hours in that room and it would be nice for me to be surrounded by my fish all
like
day.
Eric's office.
Yeah, exactly. I
Yeah,
mean,
absolutely.
because I exclusively work from home and I like to look good on a Zoom call, right? Like I do here. And office.
That's
Roxanne.
cute.
Roxanne.
Look at her being cute.
Yeah, well, she's got her cool view from her bed, views her
Mhm.
rasbora breeding rack. So
Yeah,
I mean, that Brian spoils her. Do you know what he did for her?
not lately. I mean, is it something new?
Well, so she's not been feeling well. So she sent me the picture of he made her breakfast in bed. she sent me a picture of this breakfast, and no one's bringing me breakfast in bed. I mean, I'm just saying.
I'm just saying,
Just saying. No one's doing it. But to be
Roxanne
fair,
might be doing her homework.
I know. I mean, I have a dog. Breakfast in bed does not work well with a dog. I mean,
Yeah.
she would
might
love
bring
it.
you the bone out of his dog bed or something, but that's it.
He would love breakfast in bed. And I mean, I can't complain about what Jake does for me. He's very good to me. I mean, he cleans the cat boxes. I cannot complain. But I do all the cooking. So, that's our arrangement. So surround yourself with stuff that makes you happy. Amen to that, Craig. So yeah, I mean, so that's my goal, is to have, an office that is enjoyable to be in all day, because I have worked before in an office where I was in a cubicle, and that is no way to live. That's
I never have had to really do that long term, but
it's not good.
it is a whole different ball game. It's
Yeah.
kind of like, it's almost like being on a manufacturing line.
Well, you feel like you're a cow fattening in a pen. It's no way to live. I mean, it's not good. My office right now has a big window, like a bay window, and it overlooks my pond. But my pond right now is very sad because it's winterized.
Yeah. So you look at it more of the year in a sad state than you do in the good state.
Yeah, I do. And so right now it just kind of depresses me. But during the summer, it's quite beautiful. So that's
the older folks would go out there and put fake flowers in.
I know. I should do that. I should do that.
Bright pinks and bright.
I know. Well, I took all my planters at home and I stacked them with pumpkins. So I had something in them, because it made me so sad that all my planters died. So they have pumpkins in them. And Jake says that for Christmas, we're going to pile greenery in them. Foxanne says indoor pond time. Do you know who would really like an indoor pond?
Fat Kitty?
All these damn cats. They would love it. You'd have to fish them out of the pond, though, because they're not that smart.
Well, that really cool thing that Haley has in her.
Oh, yeah.
That's a cool thing, too.
That is really cool. I got to tell you, her little rope fish farm, it's pretty cool. Now, Ryan says that he has 3 tanks in his office. That's the way to live.
Yeah.
That's the way to work. That's how you be a happy employee. That's smart. Yeah, so that is my goal, to do that. But so Foxanne's office desk has 5 tanks on it and 2 on the shelf above the desk. Well, that's because you got tanks everywhere, Foxanne, because turns out you guys have a lot of tanks.
Yeah.
You guys have a lot of tanks.
Now, I don't think they have them in their bathrooms yet, so they haven't caught up with the Kenny and Danny's.
You haven't caught up with them. I mean, I don't know. I mean, if a tank in your bathroom is what makes you happy, I gotta say, water changes are easy.
Yeah, but you can't spray hairspray or anything like that.
No, I don't really use hairspray. I have very straight.
I don't either, but I guess most people do.
That's
Bunny
true.
has 3 tanks in her bathroom.
Wow, you've got you're just living the life. Water changes are easy. Steven says, yo, Peplin, you want to stop making the rest of us look bad. Yes, Steven, why are you not bringing Jenna breakfast in bed? I'm
sure Steven gets up and cooks Jenna breakfast all the time.
I wonder if that's ever happened. I have had a man bring me breakfast in bed before. It has happened. But once you have a dog, it really does not happen, because it's not compatible. So yeah. But
now, Steven is very spoiled.
Yeah. Jenna is pretty great. I mean, I would marry Jenna. She's pretty great.
Yeah.
I mean,
it's hard to top Jenna. It really is.
It's pretty hard to top Jenna. I mean, yeah. It's a good thing, Steven, that you snapped her up, because there'd be a lot of competition for her. Jimmy says, my missus would crack my skull if I put a tank in the bathroom. You know what? We all have our limits, Jimmy, and that's hers. We
Now,
all
see,
have our limits.
I too do not have a fish person spouse. So
Yeah.
Stephen's ready to fight for his woman. He better. He gonna get another one like that. They don't make them like that anymore, Stephen.
I know. I mean, there's a lot of us would
If you
like
need
that.
backup, I'll help you fight. Just call me. I'll help you.
You'll need the backup.
Yeah, if you need any. But yeah, so it is hard when they don't.
Yeah.
Because you're like two complete different households. The feed-in and then the rest of the house. It's not blended,
Yeah,
So,
yeah. I mean, and I get that. I mean, Jake is not. I mean, he likes my fish, and he does help me. Like, he helps me like cook up my CO2 and clean the canister filter because that's heavy. And he has lifted all of these tanks. I have lifted none of them, but they're my thing, and Jake has his things, and that's okay.
well, and I support him on his, because
That's right.
he may not be in here. And Lord knows if I disappeared for a week at a hospital stay or something, my fish are going to go hungry for a whole week.
Oh, they'll be hungry.
He would not know what to do, because he's.
I
He just wouldn't.
I will come feed your fish, Didi.
So
Take care of them. Yeah, I mean, I think that if Jake were left to take care of my fish, I think he would overfeed them. He would make them very fat. Because
Jess was lucky because when she's been going to Houston, her husband's been tending to these, even the frogs, and it's like, okay.
He's done a very good job. I'm impressed.
Yeah.
Because
Tony wouldn't know where to start.
Jess has exacting standards for her fish room. I mean, he's done a really good job. So, I mean, I think Jake would probably make the fish very fat. So.
And one time I had gotten a whole thing of those. This is when we just had 10-gallon tanks. The cubes that were the shrimp, the pellet cubes, and it's a bundle of shrimp, and you have to tear it in a little teeny piece for just a 10-gallon. I came home and Butterfly said, "I fed the fish for you." She had dumped 3/4 of that whole jar of those pelleted things in one 10-gallon aquarium.
Oh my gosh.
She was so proud of herself. And it's like, it took me, I didn't know all this stuff in cycles. They were just alive by the hair of the chinny chin, because I didn't know what I was doing. And, you put water in the tank, you put something in it, and then, you drop your fish in it. All of them.
Turns out there's more steps than that.
Yeah. But they fail to tell you that. They say, "Oh, you need to let your tank set up a while." Well,
what is
to
a
me,
while?
a while is 2 days.
Yeah, they did not specify. Also,
No,
they don't tell you how to test your water.
And they don't tell you why.
No.
It was just, you need to let it set up a while. It's like, okay, I'll let it. And maybe that's to get it room temperature. Maybe. I don't know.
You don't know. It's true. I mean, they need to start watching Fish Fam videos so they can become educated.
Well, and I tell you what, that's how I've learned.
That's
99% of what I've learned.
That's
By
right.
one Thanksgiving night, I just happened to pop YouTube on, and KG Tropicals was on. And I watched it, and I didn't even realize it was a live stream.
Yeah.
I didn't know there were such things. I didn't know, and I saw words coming up and everything. It's like, what or how do they do all that? And then when I watched it on my computer or the phone or something, I saw the little box. And it's like, oh, that's how you do it.
That's how you do it. That's how
because when you watch it on the TV, you can't do that.
That's right.
So that's where it all started. Was
where it started.
They turned me on to Corey, and then there was Bob, and then it just went from one to the other, and now everybody.
And now look at what's happened. You've got how many tanks?
Yeah. Should I be mad at everybody or what?
I mean, I grew up with fish tanks. So I helped my dad take care of them. And, he taught me about the beneficial bacteria and how you had to clean your tank, but not too well because you couldn't clean up all the bacteria. And so I knew something, but then I started again as an adult before there was a YouTube. So I learned most of what I learned from forums, but I kind of like to learn things by reading. So that kind of worked for me. So looks like someone's pulled into the station. It's Eric, our lobster. Is that Mary Paige? So Mary Paige had to she's late because she had to give a kitty some medicine. A one-eyed kitty. Oh God. These kitties. Oh, and we lost her. There she goes.
Cat's got her again.
Oh, no.
She's like, kitties, let go. Kitties, let go.
So I feed outdoor kitties too, because I live near downtown and there's a lot of stray cats. I mean, that's where all my cats have come from, is some of them just barged in. And if anyone out there watching would like a pair of really nice orange cats, I cannot have any more cats in the house for the sake of my sanity and my relationship. But I have trained these two nice outdoor kitties to be really, really nice cats, and they're very friendly. They're one is orange, the male, and then the sister is orange and white, and they're very friendly, and they let me rub their little bellies every night, and I feed them every night. But if you want a cat, like, or two cats, like, why not get two? I will get you these cats. So it's tough.
Well,
I feed so many cats outside. So
kitties are better than one to me because they can play and they will keep you entertained playing amongst themselves.
Yeah, I agree.
You know.
I mean, especially with young cats. And these two are litter mates. They're bonded. So I'm going to get them fixed. So at least we will, because we have to try to control our kitten population in this neighborhood. I've taken many of them in to get fixed, but we still keep having more cats because it's near downtown, and I'm just very besieged by cats. So,
well, you're supposed to have those spaying clinic places that do these feral cats, but they always say, "Oh, it'll be 5 weeks out. It'll be 7 weeks out." They make it so that how are you supposed to trap a cat and hang on to it?
Yeah, that's not good. See, our local shelter,
they don't want to do it.
Yeah, our local shelter is really good. If you bring a cat in, they will get it in within a couple days, spayed and neutered, and they will even return the cat, because some cats don't want to be handled. They're too feral, they're too wild, and they'll return the cat to its place. So we have a really good TNR program.
Yeah.
So, and they come and catch cats. And that's why Fat Kitty was already tipped when I got him. He has an ear tip, which is part of his rakish good looks, is his ear tip.
And see, and I just found out that was even such a thing, because we don't see it around here.
Yeah, it's getting to be more common in different cities to as a more humane way to control the cat population, because just killing the cats doesn't do anything, because more just move in.
That's right, because so many is going to be in an established area.
Right, because then it's an open niche and something will just occupy that niche. So at least with TNR, you have a cat there who's living its life but is not making more babies. So it's a humane solution. But if you have cats, try to keep them indoors, because they will murder birds. So don't do that. My cats are not allowed outside. That's not to say they haven't run outside, but
Yeah, my kitty puss, I had a little nest of cardinals up on a piece of a lattice, and it had all these vines on it. You couldn't even see them, but you could see the mama go up in. That heifer crawled up in there and got those babies out of that nest.
Oh,
like,
they're efficient murderers. Even Fat Kitty, you'd think. I mean, he does nothing, but he has killed some mice. I mean, because I've had mice in the house before, and he's a stone cold murderer. He's also killed many houseplants. Just a stone cold murderer. So, I mean, they're very efficient predators. So, yeah. So I too am besieged by cats, much like Mary. The cat's got her. So
Yeah, she's struggling to get away from them, and they won't let go.
your little June says her cats are too fat to catch a bird. I love it. Oh, that's great. I love a fat kitty. I mean,
Now, let me ask you this: do you have a place for them to get in out the weather?
so yeah, we have a house on the porch, an insulated structure that is filled with straw, and the walls are insulated with styrofoam. Last year, I don't think anybody used the cat structure, but this year, I think that these two little kitties will use it, and maybe one or two other cats will use it as well. So yeah, we do have a home, a little place for them to shelter, and if they want to come in, if it's really cold, like temporarily, they can. I just can't have any more cats. Like I'm overrun. 3 is enough. Mary Paige.
She says she thought she was backstage. Mary,
I didn't know if it was working, so y'all can just watch me take care of the kitties if you can even see them. I'm like what is it, the what was it on Omaha or National National Geographic, or the one with
the
Mutual of Omaha, yes, where they would be out trying to look at the wild feral cat in its natural environment. But I don't think they'll come over here because I'm over
think
here.
it's too dark.
Yeah, it is. But anyway, I'll just leave it on there, and y'all keep talking. I'm listening. Okay. Oh,
All right. It's a real action.
I'm gonna mute you, Mary. You come in through your phone.
Okay.
There we go. I'm like, oh no, we're all echoey.
Yeah, I made a box last year too with the hay and everything.
Yeah.
Nobody ever used it.
Yeah, I mean, what can you do? I mean, that's kind of how it goes. So our local shelter makes cat shelters and distributes them, and you can use like a plastic tote and line it with styrofoam, and then cut a hole in it and stuff it with hay. Or I think we just bought a shelter because I didn't want to DIY. I don't like to DIY things, so I just bought one. I don't DIY anything. I'm like, I just want to throw some money at this problem and make it go away. So, but I don't think anyone used the cat shelter last year, but this year, maybe. But I do feed cats every night. Whoever shows up gets a can of Fancy Feast. So
we don't have cat. What it is, hurricane waters took a shed from somebody's yard and put it down in the woods. And that's where it has been for probably 10 years or so. So there's a shed that's back there, like an 8 by 10. And apparently, I think that's where all the cats go. But our driveway is the thoroughway. So our Ring camera goes off like 100 times a night, and it's cats back and forth and back and forth.
Oh, that's fun. Jake has a Ring camera too. And so Jake lives on a farm. So he's out in the country. And I think the whole reason he has the Ring camera is just to spy on critters. Like, oh, there's a fat groundhog.
Yeah.
It's just
I saw a snake going through our driveway one day.
Yeah.
You just never know. And a lot of people use old coolers.
Yeah, old coolers works well. Yeah. Plastic totes, line them with the styrofoam and stuff them with straw. So it does work really well. You want to use straw and not blankets, because the blankets will get damp and then the cats will get cold. But the clean straw keeps them warm, and then the styrofoam helps insulate them too. I just cut one little hole for the cat to go in and out. Some people say you need two, but I don't think there's any evidence of that. So yeah, you can find plans online for how to make them. It's pretty simple. I've made them at the shelter before. I just don't like DIYing anything, so I bought one.
Now, my last cat, she didn't like to stay in the house. She was miserable inside. And she was an old kitty. And so what I did, I took a my old dog kennel from a German Shepherd, so it was kind of big. Took the door off, and I put plastic around it, stuffed straw all inside that plastic, and then I covered it with a blanket. And now it's on the covered porch. But I also took and bought one of those biddy warmers that you buy at Tractor Supply. It keeps the little biddies from getting cold. And put that in there too. So she had nice warm bedding, but of course the blanket flapped over the front, and it would be like 80 some degrees in there. And that little kitty, she slept in there all the time. Oh,
She loved it. Cats like to be hot, so I'll turn on space heaters, and my cats just like to roast their bodies. They love it. Kitty!
That's a bobtail cat.
Oh, hi, kitty. Oh, we've been spotted. So, the stream after this, I don't know who's going after this because I don't know if John and Lisa are going tonight. Do we know who's going next?
I can't hear y'all because I've got the mic turned down on my phone so they don't hear you.
Oh, okay.
Oh, they ran again. I'm laying out here on the ground on my belly trying to catch them.
Oh, Lord, Mary.
She watched me. Wait a minute.
She's doing cat recon.
I'm literally flat on my belly. I'm at ground zero.
Mary is carrying cat lady to an extreme now.
Let's see.
David Attenborough.
Okay, I'm gonna step back away and see if they'll come back. I've got them baited. See if they'll come.
PNW Aqua says my dog is suddenly very interested in the stream.
Oh, I hear Barry whispering. I don't know who is on. Terry's Tropical Tank says somebody's on now, so it could be.
Okay, they're on now.
Tropical.
So should we do a hashtag? I don't know. Chat, what hashtag are we going with?
We could. How about hashtag Crazy Cat Lady?
Oh yeah, hey, yeah, there we go. Crazy Cat Lady. Lisa
We'll do it for Mary.
And Lisa will like that too because she's a crazy cat lady. Me too.
But I don't know how to do I don't know if Roxanne can direct people over.
I don't know how to do anything, guys. I mean, so catch Skipper's auction. So we've seen a lot of links for that in the chat. Skipper's auction over the weekend, and get your fish ordered by Sunday morning because it's the last time you can order fish from Foxanne. And most importantly, so your loved ones, call them, tell them you love them. If you're close to them, spend time with them, because tomorrow is never promised, but today is a gift. So make the most of it. And I love you all, and thank you for letting me drive this crazy train. And thank you, Didi. I love you so much. Thank you, wonderful mods. You're wonderful people. Thank you, Mary, you crazy cat lady.
And thank you, Kelley. You're the best.
Oh, thank you. Thank you, everyone, for joining. And choo-choo.
Choo-choo.
I love y'all.
Bye, guys.
What's that? Is that a snail? Snail. What about that? Is that the cats? Bailey calls them the cats. You gonna give them kisses?
Did you just give the fishy a kiss? Aww.
I forgot to tell people to always be